Douglas, Hero, look, that was his first run for a while. What were your thoughts on it?
I think he raced slightly fresh. But if you look at his form, his first runs have always seemed to have been his best. Hence the reason we've spaced his run out for his next run, which is tomorrow night. And he's got a good barrier. It is slightly on the short side, but the horse himself seems to be in reasonable form.
You rode him in a derby, and early on in his time here in Hong Kong, he looked like he had promised, but he's now in Class 4. Is this a level where he can win it?
I'm hoping so. He's definitely come down a long way in the ratings, and he's produced some really top-notch runs in the past. So let's hope that with Gate 1 and the benefit of Class 4 now, that a few things fall into place.
Have there been any reasons why he hasn't reached that promise that he showed?
He's got a few leg issues and obviously injuries, and I think with the hard tracks and the way, he is quite forward-going in the mornings, and he doesn't benefit himself really. So I think there's been a lot of problems moving forward, and fortunately his action's good now, and let's hope that he's in the right grade.
Nash, you won a couple of starts ago on E-Super. He's now coming back from 1200 back to 1000. Is this a better distance for him?
Yeah, look, I think he races very well over the 1000 at Happy Valley. He's just a competitive little horse, whatever you sort of put him in that sprinting trip, he's competitive, but I think his favoured option's probably the 1000, and he's freshened up nicely since his last run, which wasn't long ago, which probably isn't 100% ideal, but it's been a couple of weeks, and I just give him a real quiet piece of work on the weekend, and he gave me a great feel, and he's nice and fresh.
You led all the way when you won a couple of starts ago on him, but there looks to be a lot of speed in this race. Tactically, how will you approach things?
Obviously, you just want to try and jump as best you can, and get a nice clean break and be positive, and just let them sort themselves out around me. I guess he's probably unlikely to be able to lead again with those sort of horses in it, Ocean Roar and them, but certainly he'll put himself right on the backs of them, and he can still race very well, ridden that way too. He can sort of let down off hard tempo.
Prince Harmony, Douglas, he's had a couple of runs now. Is he fit enough to be able to win on Wednesday night?
I'm hoping so. I think the runs under his belt have benefited him. He's a gross horse, and he doesn't do a hell of a lot in the morning, so he would have come on from those experiences. He's got an okay gait. Last time he was hindered by the gate, and I had to work a bit hard and go forward, but I thought he stuck on reasonably well. So fitness-wise, he should be near his top.
You say in the mornings he doesn't use much of himself, but on race days he looks a very genuine type.
On race days he sort of pings the gates, and he's pretty forward-going without a tear away, but totally opposite the mornings.
Literature, Nash, he's known to be a difficult horse to ride. What was he like for you last time?
He was look, he gave me a nice ride. We had a good sort of run in the race. The speed was sort of at a steady tempo the whole way, which wasn't sort of stop and start, which suited him, and he gave me a terrific kick. I thought I was home when we got the run on the corner, and he got run down by a pretty promising up-and-coming type of horse, sort of down in the weight, so I wasn't disappointed in his run. He is where he's at. He's got to sort of carry the bit bigger weight, but he's racing very well.